Hello, my name's Vicki Wusche and I'm one part of the Property Sources. This is a video series entitled Why Your Home is Not an Asset. And we've already discussed the difference between assets and liabilities and given you some ideas about how you could rent out rooms. Now, if you don't want to go down that route of having strangers live in your house, another way that you can turn your house into an asset is by releasing some of that equity. Before you start panicking, I will explain. So what you could do, and obviously it depends on your mortgage, and it's very wise to actually get some financial advice, and we can recommend you to people that we trust. So depending on your mortgage and the current mortgage you've got, if you've got one, or if not, you could remortgage your property, release a portion of the equity, and then take that, essentially that cash that you've released, and invest it in property. And I would suggest property because obviously we feel, and we can talk to you about that, why property is a good idea to invest in. But invest it in other properties that will generate rent, and the profit on those properties will be sufficient that it can pay not only the mortgage on those houses, but also the mortgage on your home that you've actually used to release the equity. And I've got an example for you. We released £200,000 from a property that was well under 30% of the value of the property, so that still left a significant amount of the house that was owned outright by us, a large amount of equity left in the property. Released £200,000, and with that money we invested in a series of 7 small buy-to-let houses. A buy-to-let house is just a house that we have bought with the specific intention of letting. Now these houses are further up north because we get great returns on those investments, we get great profit from those. Now those 7 little houses are housing 7 families, which is great news for us. They pay rent. That rent then pays the mortgage, pays for the letting agent, and pays the maintenance fees and the insurance on the property. And with the profit that we get on those properties, which is roughly £250 a month per property on average, we've got a total income coming into our bank account after the costs have been paid of £1,750. Now we've then got a mortgage that we've got to pay on the existing home of £200,000, so we need to pay that mortgage, and we can use the money that we've got, our rental profit, to pay that and still have some surplus left for ourselves. Because of the mortgage agreement that we got, because of the time that we invested and all of that sort of stuff, our mortgage is about £500 a month. Now what that means is that we have borrowed £200,000 from our home, bought 7 other houses, and ended up with £1,200 a month money in our pocket by using other people's money, i.e. the banks, and we've got equity in 7 houses. We've got 25% equity in 7 other houses. And what you'll find if you sit down with us and we go through a review, we can show you all of these figures, that you're really very protected, as much as you can be protected. And what you're comparing is the risk of leaving your money just sitting in your house where it will be losing effectively value because house prices are dropping. So it's just another idea. It's maybe quite challenging for some of you just watching a video on it and hearing it the first time, but it has meant that we have got more money without using any of our own money. So I think it's a really exciting approach and something that's worth looking at. So there are more details in the page below. If you'd like to follow those links, or if you'd like to get in touch with us, please do. My name's Vicki Wusche.